I'm good.
He's good. Welcome to Tales of Bedlam. I'm your host, Knob Twister.
The shadow only knows
That he is Sofa Sitter.
the sofa sitter.
Hey, if you really like us and our podcast, check us out at talesofbedlam.com. There's lots of fun stuff there for you to check out.
All kinds of fun stuff there.
So check us out and leave a comment so we know that somebody's listening.
Lots of people are listening. Like lots of people in India.
Which
Where our story is from today.
that is correct,
Whoop, whoop.
sir. Will you introduce our story?
I don't know. No.
You don't know. You picked it out.
Yeah, it's called The Lambikin.
The Lambikin.
Lambikin.
And what is a lambikin, sir?
It's just a baby lamb.
Oh.
It's a
Aww.
little lammy.
Aww.
Yeah, don't awe too much.
So it says here, it was selected and edited by Joseph Jacobs in 1910.
Yeah, so he did an anthology of Indian folklore. Kind of like the Grimm brothers.
Yes.
It has a whole bunch of them, and man, they're a lot like Grimm stories. You'll see.
And this is from India.
This is from India.
This is going to be great. We want to make a shout out to all our... Did I say Indian?
Yeah, you say Indian because they're from India.
I want to be politically correct.
But what are you going to call them?
I don't know. Because in America, when you say Indians, people think red people with feathers sticking out of their hat.
That was the most racist thing you've said in a month.
But that's what people think. A big shout out to all our listeners. Would you shut up?
All right.
Big shout out to all our listeners from India.
Thank you.
Thank
we have
you.
noticed.
Take it away.
Yeah, so I got to start, right?
The Lambikin.
Yeah, I put this together, so I guess I start. Once upon a time, there was a wee Lambikin.
Aw.
Wee.
Aw.
Who frolicked about on his little tottery legs and enjoys himself amazingly.
I enjoy myself amazingly from time to time.
I'm going to amazingly enjoy this fly swatter.
Ow!
Ooh, yeah. Now, one day, he set off to visit his granny and was jumping with joy to think of all the good things he should get from her. When who should he meet but a jackal, who looked at the tender young morsel and said, Lambikin, I'll eat you.
Ooh, this took a turn.
Yeah.
It was sweet and cute, and now it's scary. But Lambkin only gave a little frisk and said, Do I get to sing this?
It said. There's,
How do I do? Nah,
there's a singing part later.
nah. To Granny's house I go, where I shall fatter grow, and then you can eat me so.
Oh my God, that was awful. The jackal thought this was reasonable. And
Wait, that's reasonable. I
was
mean,
reasonable.
for the jackal it is.
I'll get fatter.
Yeah.
And he let Lambikin pass. By and by, he met a vulture. And the vulture, looking hungrily at the tender morsel before him, said, Lambikin, I'll eat you.
Nice. But Lambikin only gave a little frisk and said, To Granny's house I go, where I shall fatter grow, and then you can eat me so.
The vulture also thought this was reasonable and let the Lambikin pass. And by he met a tiger and a wolf.
What?
And a dog.
What?
And an eagle.
They're just all hanging out together?
Well, I think he did one by one. But instead
Okay.
of belaboring the point, as they sometimes
so
do.
we don't have to do that over and over like
Right.
in a Grimm's fairy tale?
Right?
Like 500 times?
17 pages later.
I
of the
like
same
this
thing
Indian
over.
tale. It gets right to the point.
So the wolf and the dog and the eagle and a tiger. And all of these, when they saw the tender little morsel, said, Lambikin, I'll eat you.
But to all of them, Lambikin replied with a little frisk. To Grandma's house I go, where I shall fatter grow. Then you can eat me so.
All right, so you've got a line here that I'd missed.
Where is that? Do I do this part? This black
Yeah, just
top part?
read them. Yeah.
At last he reached the granny's house and said, all in a great hurry, Granny dear, I've promised to get very fat, so as people ought to keep their promises, please put me into the corn bin at once.
That's awesome.
Why?
He's getting fat, dude.
He's not very smart.
He made a promise.
So?
Keep your promises.
That's one
Keep your promises.
That's one promise I probably wouldn't keep. I'm not going to fatten myself up for someone else to eat.
You have to wait for it. He was just being a little greedy.
Okay.
So his granny said he was a good boy and put him in the corn bin. And there the greedy little Lambikin stayed for 7 days.
Ooh.
And ate and ate and ate.
He's getting fat.
Until he could scarcely waddle. And his granny said he was fat enough for anything and must go home. Yeah, get out of here.
Sweet grandma, just go get yourself eaten.
Right?
Love you, little Lambikin.
She ate him out of house. He ate her out of house and home.
But cunning little Lambikin. Oh, this is the twist. He's now cunning.
He's cunning.
Said that he would never do, for some animal would be sure to eat him on the way back.
Right?
He was so plump and tender.
Like he said he would be.
Wait, what is this? Master Lambikin?
This is the Lambikin. I don't know why they put Master.
I'll tell you what you must do, said Master Lambikin. You must make a little drummikin. What's a drummikin?
Nobody knows. If you know what a drummikin is, please leave us a comment and find out. I looked and looked and looked.
Drummikin.
A drummikin. There is no such word.
Is it just kind of like a scarecrow or a
it kind
mannequin, like something similar to what it's supposed to be?
It explains it.
Okay. You must make me a little drummikin out of the skin of my little brother who died, and then I can sit inside and trundle along nicely, for I'm as tight as a drum myself. He is tight, fat tight.
He made a little trundle out of him out of his dead brother.
That's pretty dark.
What the crap? Yeah. So his granny, of course, made him a nice little drummikin out of his brother's skin.
Of course. With
the wool inside, and Lambikin curled up as snug and warm in the middle and trundled away gaily. Soon he met the eagle, who called out, Drummikin, Drummikin, have you seen Lambikin?
And Mr. Lambikin, who's now Mr., not Master,
Mr. Master,
curled up in his soft, warm nest, replied, Fallen into the fire, and so will you, on little Drummikin, tum-pa-tum-too, tum-pa-tum-too.
So apparently this thing is like rolling along. It's like a...
I'm picturing like Fred Flintstone in his vehicle, and he's running his little legs, but the car's surrounding him. So this is the drummikin that's surrounding the lamb, and he's just got his little feet underneath, and he's just running along. But it looks like a big giant thing that nobody wants to eat or attack. Maybe
like his brother.
His brother was really big, I guess.
How very annoying, sighed the eagle, thinking regretfully of the tender morsel he had let slip.
Meanwhile, Lambikin trundled along, laughing to himself and singing, Tum-ta-tum-too, tum-pa-tum-too, woohoo!
Every animal and bird he met asked him the same question. Drummikin, Drummikin, have you seen Lambikin?
And to each of them, the little sly boots replied,
Sly boots?
Fallen into the fire, and so will you, on little Drummikin, tum-pa-tum-too, tum-pa-tum-too, tum-pa-tum-too.
Oh, that. Ugh. Then they all sighed to think of the tender little morsel they had let slip. At last the jackal came limping along, for all his sorry looks as sharp as a needle, and he too called out, Drummikin, Drummikin, have you seen Lambikin?
And Lambikin, curled up in his snug little nest, replied gaily, Fallen into the fire, and so will you, On little Drumbikin, tum-pa-tum too.
But he never got any further, for the jackal recognized his voice at once and cried, "Hello! You've turned yourself inside out, have you? Just you come out of that." Whereupon he tore open Drumbikin and gobbled up Lambikin.
So the jackal was the smart, cunning animal.
He got him.
Because he fooled the vulture, the dog, the tiger. Was there another one? Vulture, dog,
Eagle.
Tiger, eagle? He fooled them all, but not the jackal.
The jackal got him. And that was it.
Well done, sir.
Gobbled up Lambikin, period. Story over.
I very much enjoyed that story.
Oh, it was great. That was very Grimm-like, though.
Very,
That was a
very
Grimm-like
much.
story.
The more we do these stories from different places across the universe, we find that there's lots of similarities amongst each tale.
Yeah.
Which can only lead to the fact that we're all human and we're all connected.
This is a very touching moment.
I know.
I think I have to pee.
Oh. Before you go, on our website at talesofbedlam.com. And while you're there, leave us a comment.
True dat.
So we know you're listening. Good night.
Bye. It's a funny ass story, man.
That was good. Well done, Sofa Sitter. I enjoyed that a lot. We should do some more Indian tales in the weeks to come.
Whole list of them. There's some longer ones that we can write stuff into as well.
Cool. Yeah, we need to have our guest, Mr. Death Hades, and our good friend, Dr. Know-All back.
No, there's a whole anthology of them that dude put together.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
That guy that we...
Yeah, whoever it was. Jacobs or something. Jacob somebody.
It's funny that he has the same...
Jacobs.
Joseph Jacobs? Like Jacob Wilhelm?
Right? I think it might have been the same guy. He just used the false name. It was about the same time, 1910.
That is...
A little later.
Yeah, it is a little later because it was the late 1800s. Though, I liked it. That was thoroughly amazing.
And he ate it. The end.